Morning, morning. Everyone can hear me right? Cool. Morning, morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Cool. What's up, guys? What's up, Kyle? David?
So we're trying something new today, guys. We're going to be streaming the first 30 minutes of live trading on YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. We have our wonderful moderators helping to moderate the YouTube chat. So we'll get started here in just a few minutes.
And SNOA, what a tank yesterday.
Big time. Yeah, GV. Let me see. Yeah, this thing has just been doing the same thing every day, so we'll kind of keep that on the side. So we'll wait for everyone to get in here, and then we'll get started.
Hey, good morning, Phil.
Morning, good morning.
Chuck, Ellie.
Have you ever seen the movie Whiplash, Steve?
Whiplash.
Yeah.
No.
I watched it last night. I really enjoyed it.
Ah, what's it about?
It's like a young, gifted drummer meets a music teacher that's like really strict, but is really strict to like try to get the best out of him. And it's
Okay.
kind of like that. I don't want to give away
Ah,
too much stuff.
sounds good.
It's kind of like
Is
the
it
Bao.
newer?
It's kind of like the way that Bao teaches. Tough love.
Ah, okay. Hey, but some of us need that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Cool. All right, let's get started here, guys. So, morning, everyone. Welcome back to live trading. If this is your first time, welcome. We use the webinars channel in Slack to communicate. We're trying something new today. We're going to start streaming the first 30 minutes of live trading for everyone on YouTube, and then cut it off probably around the market open to reserve that for MIC members. But being that today is the first stream, I'm going to keep it running all day. So I'll have the YouTube stream running, and I will have the MIC member stream running at the same time. I hope it does not lag my computer or freeze my computer. That would suck. But basically the way that we structure live trading is pretty simple. We talk about what's working in the market, what's not working in the market, and then we build the watch list live, and then we trade the watch list live. So let's first start with the overall market. So overall market today was a really big day with CPI, which is the inflation numbers. So the first initial move was up, kind of came back down, consolidating here. So the market has been really, really tough lately, simply because there's been a lot of uncertainty. The S&P 500 is down. You know, you have stocks like Tesla down, Palantir down, but everything is down, right? And the reason why everything is down is because there's a lot of uncertainty in the market, right? And something that I shared a couple weeks ago was this. So this is kind of how the Trump tariffs were during his last term. So the market had a pretty similar reaction to the tariffs going down. And then by the end of March, the market rebounded and went back to all-time highs. So I think we're kind of having a similar situation here where there's a ton of uncertainty in the market. But as time passes, I think people will start to realize that the tariffs are pretty much a way for Trump to negotiate, right? So overall, big picture, I think there's a lot of volatility in the markets. If you're a long-term investor, these are the times to be these are times to be buying the dips. I have a long-term Tesla position that I mentioned yesterday that I added at 225, and now at 245. So that's pretty good. But overall, big picture, guys, I think that once the noise stops and once the market starts brushing off this tariff news, I think we're probably going to steadily kind of make our way back up, right? So that's the overall big picture. Today was CPI day. Expectations were lower than expected. So that kind of gave us the first initial bump up. But most of the time for these indexes, for the stocks to continue higher, they have to break above the previous day's highs. So for the S&P 500, it's about 564, right? For the NASDAQ, it's about 479. So when the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ start to break above the previous day's highs, that is kind of what signals a bottom, right? So I think that we're very close to a bottom, if not at the bottom in the overall large cap markets. So that should bring back some action for the stocks that we trade. So overall, big picture, I think that Trump is using these tariffs as a negotiation tactic with all these other countries. Because as you see, they're like, oh, we're going to tariff you back, we're going to tariff you back. And then 1 hour later, they say, oh, no, you know, we're going to reduce our tariffs. Or the same thing with Ukraine. He kicks out the Ukrainian president. 1 week later, there's a ceasefire. So say what you want about the guy, but he's just negotiating. He's negotiating from a place of power, right? The United States is the most powerful country in the entire world. And the previous administration kind of made a mockery of us. Now Trump is coming in with a strong backbone, which is exactly what we need for our country, right? So overall, big picture, I think that these are all negotiation tools. I think that so long as the market doesn't sell off on this CPI stuff, we should be kind of good for setting a bottom. I would say the market has to hold this green to red area of 556 to continue higher. But overall, big picture, a lot of stocks are rebounding. The Amazons, the Teslas, the Apples. So I think that after a first initial sell-off at the market open, we should probably get some nice continued moves. So that's the overall big picture of the market. So let's talk about trading now. So this is where I'm at for the month so far. $16,000. No red days yet. Yesterday I had a pretty nice $1,200 day. Traded for about 12 minutes. Locked in my money and walked away. This month has been a slower month overall, simply because a lot of the action is in these large cap names. And I really don't want to trade the large cap names unless they're pretty damn obvious. Some obvious examples are like the SMCI, sell the news, etc., etc., etc. So, long story short, guys, pretty much taking it slow this month. Trying to conserve my mental capital. I've been sizing down, just taking those nail and bails. I'm not looking for these big picture type of fades. I'm not looking for these big sized up trades. I'm pretty much looking for taking the easy money and running away. So that's how I'm at for this month compared to last month. Last month was nearly $183,000. So there was a lot more opportunity last month. And a lot of people say, well, you made 180 last month. Why the hell are you only making 16 this month? Because the market is not linear, guys. What you have to understand about the market is that there are certain days, there are certain months, there are certain weeks that have more opportunity than others. And those days, those weeks, those opportunities are the ones that you want to size up on. Not just because you show up to the market. So if you just show up and you're just trading randomly, I mean, you're going to see random results, guys. So that's kind of where I'm at for the overall big picture of my trading so far. So now let's go on to building the watch list. So the way that we build the watch list is pretty simple. We build the watch list by, the way we build the watch list, we always go to the previous day's watch list first. So let me take a sip of my coffee and then we will start. All right, so, excuse me guys, let me actually get a drink of water real quick. All right, so the way that we build the watch list, we go to the previous day's watch list and
If
build from there.
I see some
Sorry.
notes asking for links in webinars, feel free to DM me and I'll send you the link. Also, feel free to DM David, moderator.
Yep. So the way that we build the watch list, guys, we always go to the previous day's watch list and build from there. So let's start there. So BDRX kind of doing a whole lot of nothing. Low volume, low attention, so pretty much moving on from there. One sec. MNTS. MNTS did pretty much a pop and drop yesterday. Never really gave us a bounce to enter, so not really interested there. SNOA. SNOA was yesterday's moneymaker. So pretty much on SNOA, I shorted the first initial death candle on the bounce around 407. Then I added right here on this death candle for about a 415 average overall. Ended up getting out on this dip towards around 380s. And then it ended up just pretty much all day fading. So, today coming into it, can we short a bounce probably towards 375? So 375, $4, probably around 420. So SNOA looking to short a bounce for 370, $4 and 420 in the morning. Let me see something here. Next is going to be MLGO. So MLGO kind of did a pop and drop. This stock has a history of trapping, so I'm not really going to get too involved in this stock, honestly. I'd rather wait for higher. So just trying to be patient and wait for that. I think some people on YouTube are saying the audio is a little bit low, so I'll look into that after I build a watch list. Tesla, like I said yesterday, I added at 225 for my long-term position. I think that, like I said, for the overall markets, until these stocks break over the previous day's highs, that they are not going to be a bottom. So the previous day's highs were 237, we're at 245. So I'll probably be watching dips towards the 230s area for a continued rebound. So let me put that in the list. Tesla, nice long-term position buy yesterday. Looking to buy dips on it to the long side, as long as it holds the green area. TNON. TNON was another one from yesterday. Kind of pulled back. I mean, I would like to see a bounce on TNON probably towards 150. I think around 150, 170, and 180 on this would be good. TNON, 150, 170, 190 to short. What else is there? So the big hot stock of the day is GV. So GV is the big hot stock of the day, main runner of the day, ignoring short. So I think a lot of people have a fallacy of shorting. I think a lot of people think that you have to be shorting the hottest stock on the day. You have to be shorting the best stock on the day. But the reality is that you have to just wait for the stocks that are forgotten. So as GV has all the attention, as GV has all the money flow, as GV has everything, I am personally not interested in trading GV because I don't believe that this stock is going to have an edge. As a short bias trader, you want to trade the stocks that are forgotten, not the stocks that have the most hype and the most attention. So although a lot of maybe newbie short sellers are like, oh my God, I have to short GV, oh my God, this, that. Actually, that's kind of what the amateurs do. You have to wait for the stock to break and then you could attack it. So that's the main thing there. Give me a second. What else is moving today, guys? Do you have anything else that's moving? In case I missed something. There's also DWTX. So DWTX, this is actually a trappy stock as well. This stock has a history of trapping. So DWTX stock has a history of trapping, most likely ignoring the short for now. So as a short bias trader, dude, I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about how to properly short. I think that a lot of people are just mostly focused on shorting anything with a pulse. But in reality, you have to understand that shorting is based on shorting the stocks that actually are the most forgotten. So although DWTX kind of looks like it's coming down, it has a very big history of trapping. GV, although is the highest percentage gainer of the day, this doesn't mean that it's also going to be the stock that's going to drop on the day. This may just continue higher. TRNR from Kelly. Yeah, TRNR might be good. If you remember, this was also kind of like a big former runner. It ended up trapping a bunch. So I will kind of watch TRNR to see if it just kind of pops towards a VWAP and fails. It may still end up trapping. So kind of wait on that for more information. VSTE. VSTE is a penny stock. I'm not really good at these penny stocks, so I'm most likely just going to ignore this. Overall, like I've been saying, guys, a lot of the large cap stocks are in play. So I think that a lot of the money flow is going to flow into these large cap names. But for me, just kind of watching SNOA, the Teslas, TNONs. I think that a lot of attention is going to be going into this GV, so not going to be looking at that. Ray is moving. Ray is moving from yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Let's look up the float on this real quick. Ray, the float is about 4 million and not really any dilution. So not really any dilution, so probably just going to move on there. This is probably going to be the main watch list: SNOA, Tesla, TNON, GV, DWTX. So that's going to be the main watch list of the day. Couple questions from the YouTube live stream. So I'll work on the audio to try to make the audio a little bit better. But in terms of the charts, I have to pretty much leave that the same because I don't want to show my entire screen. You are legally not allowed to stream level 2 data. So I can't show my entire trading setup. And if I make the chart bigger, it doesn't kind of scale. So I have to try to find a way to scale the chart a little bit bigger. So I'm going to try to work on that. But for now, anytime I enter a stock, anytime I exit a stock, there will be an arrow on the stock, just so you can see. But overall, big picture, I think GV is taking all the attention. I think GV is taking all the money flow. I'll be watching these side stocks to see if they end up failing. But overall, guys, I'm kind of keeping my trading relatively simple during these turbulent times in the market. Basically, what I want to do is, while the market is mostly focused on the large caps, and while the small caps are kind of trappy, I want to really focus on sizing down. So, like I said earlier on in the live stream, is so far this month I'm up $16,000. It's not really the most in the world, but it's better than nothing. I so far have no red days, which is fine. You know, red days are inevitable, but it is what it is. But pretty much during these times where the overall markets are choppy, during these times where the overall markets are kind of a little bit annoying, it's basically more advantageous for me to size down than to overtrade and oversize, right? Because I think a lot of people, what they end up feeling is like, all right, the small cap market is slow, let's move on to large caps, and you end up getting your ass killed. So I'd rather size down, and I'd rather wait for better opportunities. As you can see, last month, there was way better opportunities. So yeah, there is no time delay, guys. I am not trading on a delay. I am trading in real time, guys. I am trading in real time. I don't do any delays. I don't do any of that, especially for MIC members and even the YouTube guys. I do not use any delay. So, yeah. With that being said, we got about 8 minutes until the market opens. So I'm going to pass it off to Steven to take it from here. And I will take a short break and be back in a sec. So Steve, the floor is yours, man.
Sounds good. Hey guys, so I want to kind of talk about a couple things that a lot of you who have been here a while are pretty well aware of, but I think a lot of newer members will benefit from this, and even a lot of members who have been here a while, maybe if you're not active in the workshop or if you're not properly planning, this might also be helpful. So today, I want to talk about proper planning and the discipline workshop. So if you guys have anything to add to this, feel free to post. We are in the webinars channel in Slack. If you have any questions, feel free to also post. And once I get through this, I'll do my best to answer. So how to properly plan your trades and what is a full plan? So we need full plans on our trades, essentially to keep the emotions out, right? I think that everybody started out trading the way I probably did, which is I think something looks like a good trade, so I enter the trade. And then I kind of see what happens as the trade progresses, right? Then if the trade goes well, I'm happy and I am done, make some money and leave. If the trade doesn't go well, I'm now in a situation where I'm emotional and trying to figure out if I should add more or if I should stop or where my stop should be. And the problem is, when I was new, I didn't have any type of full plan or idea. So you're kind of making your plans on the fly that way, which is the exact wrong time to making a plan, because when you do that, it's all based on emotion, right? So essentially, we need to keep the emotions out, and we do that by having a full plan on our trades and just simply sticking to the plans. So each trade should be properly planned based on risk management. Before entering a trade, you should define your risk amount. the location of your entries, your hard stop, your covers, and your share size. I've gone over this at length in several of these, so I won't touch on that. I won't keep harping on that too much. I think you guys know what a proper plan consists of. Next, we always need a max daily loss and max shares at the broker level. If you've got a broker that won't allow you to set a max daily loss, you've probably got the wrong broker, right? So we touched on this yesterday, but basically, whatever your average win day is, if you make $100 on average a day, if you make 1,000 a day, let's say it's 100, you want to have a max daily loss around 200, 250, so you never lose more than 2 or 2.5 full days of work. You should never be in a situation where you're giving back a week, a month, or anything else of hard-earned work. It should be a couple days maximum, right? So your sizing should be based on your skill and comfort level. We also talked about this yesterday. When you're new or not yet consistent, we recommend keeping it really small. I would say 50 to 100 shares. There's no reason to risk real capital if you haven't proven to yourself that you have what it takes, you have good results, you understand risk management, and your proper planning, right? So when you're learning your platform, you're just getting started, that is the wrong time to be sized into any amount that you care about. Keep it small, survive the learning curve. Once you have a few full months of proven results, you can slowly size up. Now I want to touch on this discipline workshop. So the discipline workshop is a free program in Slack that helps members properly plan and execute their trades. Discipline workshop acts as an accountability group where graduates and members keep one another accountable. I actually checked the date on when the discipline workshop was created, and it looks like August will be year 3. So it's been going 2.5 years. It's been growing. We've got a huge group of members, graduates, and even moderators who graduated from that program. So it's going really well. I would suggest anybody listening to get in there and get active in there. Members, basically, essentially what we're doing in the workshop is members are posting their plans each morning based on proper risk management as described, along with a recap of your trades after they trade. Then you get a calendar win or a loss based on how well you stuck to the plan, regardless of P&L. So if you won or you earned X amount of money, it's irrelevant. If you stuck to the plan, regardless whether it was a green or red trade, you have a win for the day. We judge our days based on how well we stick to the plans. If we stick to our plans consistently and our plans are solid with proper risk, based on proper process that MIC teaches, you should be able to do well that way. If you're just in there gambling, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you don't have a proper plan. That's not how we judge our days, right? So once you get that into your head, things go a lot better. And we've got several years, almost 3 years now of proven results in there from members who've been doing it. So after 3 to 4 months of consistent results, members qualify to graduate from the workshop, which comes with extra privileges. I'd say we have, I know there's several graduates listening, but I'd say there's probably 11 or 12 graduates, maybe a couple more total. We haven't graduated any for a few months, but as always, if you guys see anybody that you feel should be nominated, feel free to DM me. But yeah, we've got graduates, we've got members who graduated from the program and now in turn help members out in that channel. So I'd say definitely get involved in that channel. One thing that Areg and Andrew have started about, I want to say Areg, it's been about four months now. They started a private discipline workshop one-on-one mentoring group. And this is a group that lasts for a week from Monday to Friday. You guys can't click on the blue link I posted because it's a private invite-only channel, but you can get invited into the channel by DMing Areg and tell them that you want to schedule some time and sign up. So in that channel, Areg and Andrew have been awesome, amazing. They are giving a lot of one-on-one help to the members, and they are getting them set up and ready to start being active in the discipline workshop. All trades and plans are thoroughly reviewed. There's daily lessons, and yeah, huge hat off to those guys for helping out. Cool. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys ever want to get involved, feel free to DM myself, Areg, or Andrew. Guidelines in the workshop are pinned. Feel free to start there, and we hope to see you guys in there.
Yep.
Cool. That's it for me, Alex.
Sounds good, Steve. We got about a minute till the market opens, guys, so just want to remind everyone that we're not financial advisors. This is not meant to be financial advice. Everything we say or do is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading is risky. You have to be prepared to lose your money trading, and this is not meant to copy or replicate any of our trades. It's more meant to look over the shoulders as we trade every single day. So pretty much, guys, this is where I would kind of end the live stream for YouTube. But because it's the first day that we're doing this, I'm going to keep it going all day, and we'll see if we can find some trades. But going forward, I think I'm going to be using this format for live trading. So I'll be streaming 9 a.m. to 9:29 a.m., making the plan, talking about the market. And then as soon as the market opens, I will reserve that live trading for MIC members. There's a couple days a week that I'll probably do it free and kind of keep it open. But aside from that, that's pretty much all I got today.
Cool. Market's about to open.
Market's
Good
about to
luck,
open
guys.
here, yep. So let us see. So GV, I see a key area around the 715-ish area. So that could be a key area for later.
Yeah, it's definitely supporting it so far.
So if you guys see anything that's bouncing or anything that's kind of getting to the key areas, just call it out. The problem with GV is that's the only stock that's really moving today. So I think that there's going to be a lot of chop on it. My focus today is mostly on nail and bail, not over trading, not oversizing. So we'll let GV do its thing. If it does end up pushing, let it do its thing. A little bit of a fail there on GV. I'm watching it. GV is looking a little bit weak, man. Took a small starter there on GV short, 730. I get this up here.
Yeah, it looks like it broke support so far.
So the 730, I have my arrow on the chart there. Yeah, nothing really I want to get too aggressive on yet. Just a small starter position to kind of get my feet wet. It did create a little bit of a death candle there. But if it breaks under 7, that'll be the nice follow through. So let me add here on this break of 7. So add here on the break of 7. I'm in still very small size, about 10% of my size. Not really being too aggressive yet. Mostly in the nail and bail mindset. So I'm not going to look to turn this into a massive trade or anything like that. Just maybe a dip under 690s for first initial cover.
Yeah, it looks like locates are 18 cents on it right now. So that might help to keep a lot of shorts out so it won't get too crowded.
staying small. See anything else moving?
Yeah, I was just looking around. I don't see anything else. But GB looks pretty weak so far. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the type of thing that you don't want to get yourself in trouble with because it could definitely end up trapping. So I'm just staying small. Kind of letting it trade out and do its thing. Also, problem is there's really nothing else moving today, so I don't want to find myself in a situation where I'm trading the only stock that's moving, right? So GB's getting a little bit of a bounce.
Locates went down to 11 cents on GB.
So if this GV reclaims that death candle, that's probably going to be my first stop, because then that would negate the trade thesis. But any type of fail will be an add. So watching GV here, if it reclaims that 775-ish area, that's going to be my stop. But it does look like it's failing.
Yeah, break under the 715 line would be a nice first sign.
For right now, it's 50-50. That's why I have like only 10% of my size on. So I'm controlling my size, controlling my patience. Because I'm not oversized, guys, I'm not really worried right now. I'll either take a small loss on that reclaim or wait to add. The problem is there's really nothing else moving today, so I don't want to find myself in a situation where I'm trading the main stock of the day, right? So I want to be very careful here. There we go. Fail, fail, big fail. Big fail. Seeing if I could get a added here at 90, 690 added on this fail. Come on now. 75, reduce some. There we go. So I reduced some of my position there at 71. Oh yeah, 75. And looking for under 70 to reduce more.
Yeah, and I also started in on this fail.
So now we see a major death candle, guys. So what was the plan? The plan was if 770 reclaims, if that death candle reclaims, that negates my thesis. It did not reclaim that death candle, so it did not ruin my thesis. Instead, it did another death candle, which gave me another signal, and that's why I added. So just waiting for another dip, ideally lower. There we go, covered some more 668. That long-term buy on Tesla is looking really damn good today.
Yeah, really nice pop.
So I'm down to half my position here on GV. I could reduce more if I really wanted. So maybe let me just do that. Let me be a little bit proactive today. So I'm sitting at 675 to reduce more. My lowest cover so far was 668.
Yeah, and I also started covers at the 660 line. GV.
Like I said, guys, I'm just going for more of a nail and bail mindset today. I'm not going for any type of over aggression today. I'm just going to take my money and run away. So I have open orders 675, 671. See if I get any over there. 675, got it. So I covered 3/4 of my position. I got a quarter left in case a lotto move down. Lottery move would probably be like 650, 640. So notice, guys, how I'm waiting for my signals and then I'm attacking.
I'm looking around, still not seeing any other money flow.
Yeah, my thought process here, Steve, is just take the money and run. So if we get some sort of dips, I'm definitely gonna be looking to reduce some, you know. OPRX halted up. Let's see what OPRX is up to. Yeah, that might take the attention. So OPRX might take the attention away from this GV. I'm just babysitting this GV from a good average, waiting to see if it goes lower. I do have open orders in case it does want to wash out. I have open orders scattered on the dips. If we do bounce back towards VWAP 720s, I'll add it back. But for now, I'm pretty much sitting in the driver's seat on autopilot. So I'm just being patient here, guys. Just being patient here, just waiting. Like I said, I covered 3/4 of my position. I'm just babysitting this thing now. If we do get a nice bounce, I'll add it back. So watching for a bounce. 720 would be ideal, but might take a little bit before that.
Looks like DWTX is getting some money flow as well.
Yeah, let DWTX run. Let that run. So basically, guys, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm patient. I'm on autopilot. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I made my plan. I'm sticking to my plan. If we get a bounce towards the VWAP area, I'll look to add. If we dip back down, I'll look to reduce. There we go, there's the dip. Let's see if we get follow through to the downside. Come on down. So I have open orders scattered 650s, 660s, and 670s. So in case this flushes down quickly, I will automatically get my fills. Watching. GV 671 got out more. So 671 got out more. Big bidder showed up 670, so I'm going to try to jump in front of him to get out of more. 672 got out of more. Got a very tiny ad left, and then I'll be done. I got a really tiny ass position left. If we wash out under low of the day of 660, that's going to be my cover spot, and then that's going to be my day. So looking for that 660 low of the day break. And then we will see. Come on down, break 660. Come on. 655 covered more, 645 sitting for rest. Give me 645 and then I'm all out. Come on, give me 645. Actually, fuck it. Let me move my order to 650 and just get out. So I've moved my order to 650 for the last piece of my position, all out. That's it, guys. So wrapping up here a $1,700 day in about 20 minutes. And that is it, guys. So this is what we do every single day in MIC. This live trading is obviously reserved for MIC members, but this is pretty much what we do all day, every day. So that's pretty much my trading for the day, guys. I don't really need to trade all day. I don't really need to be overly aggressive all day. And let's just add this up. So this brings me to 18.4 for the month. Brings me to 18.4. So yeah, that's my trade. It's probably gonna go lower without me, as they always do. But yeah, that's it, guys. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start doing these pre-market live trading sessions every day on YouTube at 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be cutting them off at 9:30 because 9:30 is obviously reserved for MIC members. So if you guys want to be an MIC member, you guys are more interested, Steven here helps with all of our memberships. So Steven, what's the best way they could contact you?
I'd say, if they're not in Slack, I'd say an email would work. So it's just Steven, RH1, the number 1, at myinvestingclub.com.
So yeah, guys, that's about it. So I'm going to be back here again first thing tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. on YouTube. MIC members, same thing for you guys. Nothing changes for you guys. And I'm going to cut off the stream at 9:30 a.m. This is kind of just a little bit of a taste of what we do every day. We've been doing this live trading thing for, God, I think it's almost been 2 years, Steve. It's kind of crazy.
Man, I don't know where the time goes. It's crazy.
I don't know either, dude. I don't know either.
It's so crazy.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got today, guys. So wrapping up my day, 20 days into the market open, and that's it. So thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. I'm calling it a day here. Thank you.
Great trading.